It's another big Saturday night in the Big Sky Conference. And tonight, senior night in Greeley, where the Bears of Northern Colorado welcome the Thunderbirds of Southern Utah inside Bank of Colorado Arena. Good evening. Chad Andrus pleased to be joined tonight by Marty Cesario for the final home game of the regular season here at Northern Colorado, where they welcome in the Thunderbirds from Southern Utah, a rebuilding program in the second year under Todd Simon. And the key to that rebuild is recruiting some big-time athletes, guys like Jamal Eads. The 2017-2018 home schedule ready to tip off tonight for the Bears of Northern Colorado here at the Bank of Colorado Arena as they welcome in LSU for their first home game of the season here on campus in Greeley. Good evening, Chad Andrus, joined tonight by Mary Kay Morrow for this game. UNC off to a hot start at 2-0, one of the best mid-major teams in the country, and they're taking on one of the best out of the SEC tonight. 13-point game at the half with Colorado School of Mines up on Fort Lewis, 37-24 inside Lock Ridge Arena. Boy, it is rocking tonight on Rock the Lock night with pretty much a full house here. Mascots on board, as well as Blaster the Burrow was debuted along with the starting lineup. And boy, has Colorado School of Mines responded in the first half. Chad Andrus back alongside Justin Adams, and the Orediggers couldn't ask for much more in that first 20 minutes. That lay-in on the last possession was the first field goal for Jalen Sanders of this game, coming off of a career high on Thursday night here against Northern Arizona, where he had 24.
That's a good point to bring up, Chad, but I think, you know, whether it was by design or the role developed, Sanders clearly was going to be the guy who could challenge the size and length of Southern Utah as a defender. You get a look here, we're seeing a whole lot of work off the bounce from Andre Spite.
And he has fouled Dwayne Morgan out. So the experiment putting the 6'8 junior onto the 6'3 guard results in Morgan taking a seat with 4:46 to play.
Well, and we've all been watching it too, Chad, so that experiment fails to where Morgan fouls out, and we've already learned that's why Morgan was on top of Spite as a defender. There's nobody else in red out there who can guard Andre Spite. So what are we going to see in the next 4 minutes, 46 seconds?
32 for Spite. 84-69, 4:40 to play. Maybe he does get to that 41 if he picks up the pace. Callaway on the baseline. McGee is open. And that three is down. 12-point game.
Jeff Leonard doesn't mind that late react to come out and challenge by Jalen Sanders. That's because they're down low, helping each other out in the paint.
Morgan's not there. Spite straight to the rim. 34 for Andre Spite.
Well, that's what I was hinting at. There's nobody else who can guard that guy off the dribble.
He might just play one-on-one the rest of the way. Callaway to the rim. Contact in one.
That's his fourth personal foul. 10th team foul on the Bears.
We'll peek as Southern Utah attacks with Callaway.
At the line for one more shot.
Shoulder, body. As the sophomore out of Alaska elevated.
Third foul on Jalen Sanders. Callaway can't complete the three-point play. Well, we'll see what kind of killer instinct Andre Spite has here on senior night. He wants to take this the rest of the way. Davis, corner three. That's down. 89-74. Bears comfortably in front now. Looking to send these seniors out on a high note. McGee takes a bump. Lefty finishes with the right hand. James McGee.
Now Davis is going to bring it up this time. See the confidence of the Bears as Davis fades back.
Behind his back for Edwards. Now 15 to shoot. Spite takes over. Crossover. Left it for Sanders in the lay-in. 91-76 UNC. Cohee for three. Callaway for 8's in the post. He's got it.
Spite's got that matchup with the freshman Dre Marin on him, so that's Dre on Dre. I love that, Shea. And then the high screen. We've seen really the same rhythm and tendencies in the second half with all those possessions.
5 to shoot for Johnson. Sanders, offensive foul on the baseline.
Yeah, but I like how the possession developed, and it's all created from what's been happening up top with Spite. Sanders taking advantage of it to where now you've got help on the dribble and Sanders waits out. We get the look at the replay. Sanders drives. He did extend that left arm.
Looked like Callaway with that left foot may have stepped back inside the circle. We'll take another glance at it when we return. 13-point game, 2:14 to go. Bears trying to close this one out on senior night. Drake will inbound in the front court. Brooks has it, guarded by Smith. Hits Hedges.
UNC can't foul.
Brooks turns the corner and lays it in with 5.3 left. And Weber State regains a 1-point lead. $19 for Laren Brooks.
Well, and Brooks took it right at Hintz. Got around Smith. Hintz kept her arms up like she was supposed to, but Laren Brooks, who's been quiet since that three-point bucket towards the end of the fourth quarter. And as you had mentioned, Chad, that was the only field goal in the fourth quarter for Weber State. But boy, they are making their possessions count. Pressure back on the Bears. It's like a chess match. Now it's Coach Etheridge's chance to draw up the play and see if they can answer.
5.3 seconds. Plenty of time for UNC to run action, or maybe even a couple passes.
Welch Coleman on Smith.
Savannah Smith has it. Off the dribble drive, step back three. Got it for the win! Savannah Smith struggling to shoot the ball all game. Comes up with the first 6 points of overtime. And most importantly, the final three on the step back over Jaimani Welch Coleman. So many great meetings between Fort Lewis and Mines over the last several years. Do you know your history in this rivalry? Justin, your trivia question of the night?
Well, who hit the game-winning free throws when Fort Lewis was able to win the RMAC tournament in 2016? Think about that one. We'll give it to you on the next break.
Less than a second left in that RMAC Shootout Championship game when the free throws were taken and made. See if you can come up with that answer. Miles out of the timeout, connecting on 2 free throws. It's back to an 8-point game with 11:55 to play. 4 for DJ Miles, as Fort Lewis has clawed their way back from a double-digit deficit by attacking the rim and getting to the free throw line.
You just want to keep this game close, especially on the road. Give your stars a chance to win this one at the end.
Baker in the paint. Glenn can't hit, and no one's there to rebound.
You got to watch out if you're Daniel Hernandez. This young man knows how to get to the rack.
Seems like he's played the whole game. Bach looking to get going. Blocked away by Douglas. Wilson is fouled on the putback attempt.
And taking a look just at a great defensive effort that time by Duke. Douglas able to use his leaping ability to block that away. But Brendan Wilson right there to get the rebound. And he gets fouled. Taking the shot back up. One interesting thing to look at as well, just in the second half, this is free throw shots 4 and 5. And it seems like it's a lot more free throw shots than that for Fort Lewis. But they're able to slow this game down and creep back into this game at the free throw stripe.
And Wilson connects to make it a 6-point game, 48-42. Fort Lewis chipping away. Not the pace they want to play at, but it is getting them back into the game.
But look, you got guys like Adam Lane. He's out of the lane.
Schrepfer, open three. That is money.
Never fails. Dribble drive, goes toward the basket, and find your guard who can shoot the ball at the wing. And that's Schrepfer who hits that triple.
Ferris in the post with the right-handed hook over Glenn. 51-44. Schrepfer off the bounce now. Baker in traffic. Denied and fouled.
And that's the one with the body as well. And Riley Ferris, he won't like this call, but it is on him. And take a look. Baker gets to rock, and look at Riley Ferris. Yeah, right there. Reached in right before the shot. I know it doesn't look like there's a lot there, but you did reach in before the shot was up.
Mason Baker, the redshirt freshman from Pocatello, Idaho, went down earlier this year with an injury, and they missed him off the bench. Mine's going 0-3 in the games he was out. Back to a 9-point advantage after the free throws. 53-44 on the first points of the game from Mason Baker.
Man, I tell you, Duke Douglas just hanging around whoever the top scorer is.
Hernandez.
Hernandez not able to get that to go, but here comes a fast break opportunity, a 3-on-2. Oh man, Baker lost the handle.
Schrepfer, another open look. Too strong. And Hernandez stole it away from Glenn. Trailing the play, Baker and Miles tied up, and they call Mason Baker for the trip on the loose ball play.
Well, to me, it looked like Baker was going after the basketball, and they got called for the trip. Yeah, this play is all in transition. Great job, number one, by Hernandez to get the steal. And then pretty much kind of blindly throws the ball from behind. And that's actually a good call. That's a good call.
Wilson, too far out, left it short. And Glenn clears another rebound.
Are you able to slow the game down? Give guys like Sonnenfeld a little chance to rest. If Schrepfer can hit another three, that would be huge right here.
Stumbling up top. Glenn for three. Got it again. Have a game. Michael Glenn with 20.
Michael Glenn with his second triple of the night. Able to get that one from the corner.
Miles, the step back from the elbow, and Bob Petrak takes a timeout after the jumper and is in the ear of the officials.
I'll tell you what, Bob,
he is hot.
Bob Petrak, he needs to be careful. Pick up a quick tee, and that's not going to help out your team in this one.
Timeout in a 10-point game as Petrak very animated here on the road with his Fort Lewis Skyhawks sitting at 17-2 in RMAC play atop the standings. with 5 double-figure scorers on the season. The most balanced team in the league, 21-3 overall. But they just were not able to get anything going in the first half and have faced an uphill battle ever since. CET, the home of the Xfinity Sports Report, your Colorado high school connection. Each week, host Brian Roth takes you across the state, covering all the top games and players Colorado has to offer. Catch the Xfinity Sports Report every Sunday night at 6 and 10, only on CET.
Going back to the struggles in the first half for Fort Lewis, remember, they shot only 32% from the field and had only 8 field goals in the first half. Now you're on the opposite end, you're on the backside of the second half. Who's going to be the guy to step up? Will it be guys like Rasmus Bach? He only has 1 point still in this game. You're talking about your leading scorer, averaging over 15 points per game, being held to 1 point in this game. He's got to step up.
8:58 to play, and Fort Lewis, again, looking for some tempo, some pace, some extra possessions, going with full court pressure.
And that's the one thing the Orediggers talked about playing with, was tempo. They're doing good so far today.
They also force Mines to take some time off the shot clock and push them later into their offense in the half court. Now Baker sets with 7 to shoot. Douglas has to fire and connect. Second three for Duke Douglas. 13-point lead for the Orediggers.
You know, I thought that was the wrong play because you had Michael Glenn open for a 3-point shot at the top of the key, but then you throw it to the wing and Duke Douglas able to knock that one home, as you see Hernandez with the floater.
Daniel Hernandez has been the story of this second half. He has 17 now, continuing to get wherever he wants to in the paint. Douglas going hard to the rim and finishing with the lay-in.
It's all about what can you do on defense. Duke Douglas got the angle, got past his man, and was able to lay it home.
Miles trying the same thing the other way. Doesn't go. Beasley, a tough put back and one.
The type of effort you need if you're going to come back down double digits. Great job there by Beasley, able to get the shot to fall and then laid in with the right hand off the glass.
Marquel Beasley will have a chance for 3 the hard way out of the timeout. Try to bring Fort Lewis back within 10 on the road.